Hi everyone, welcome to the weekly horoscopes. I would just like to take this opportunity to thank my sponsor for this video, Keen. Keen offers 24/7 access to vetted psychics, astrologers, spiritual advisors on all areas of life, be it career, be it love, be it family. They are so easy to access, and if you join via the link below, you will be able as a new customer to have the first 10 minutes for $1.99. Prices do vary for each individual advisor. You'll be able to see whenever you sign up and are looking at them, depending on what area of life it is that you want to look into. Keen is by far one of the most affordable sites on the net for spiritual advice. I'm not offering private readings at the moment, but I recently was able to speak with an astrologer on there called Rick, who was very impressive. As someone who's very into astrology, I myself can find it hard to be objective depending on my own transits. It's really good to talk to someone who's an objective eye and knows nothing about you. And he was able to look at my birth chart and see exactly what was coming up for me, which was super impressive and so easy to access. I think after I picked him, I was talking to him on the chat feature with maybe 5-10 minutes, that quick. It's also a wonderful way to build a rapport with these spiritual advisors that can lead you to intention setting, to gaining more clarity on other matters, to have chakra cleansing. It is a great start for your spiritual journey if there is something that you need information on. As one of the most affordable sites, Keen also offers you weekly discounts via email once you sign up. I strongly recommend it. It is a wonderful site, and it's actually how I learned the meaning of tarot cards way back 10 years ago when I started my tarot journey. It has so much information and such wonderful advisors. I strongly recommend it. Have a check it out, and I will see you in the weekly scopes. Bye. Hi Aries. Welcome to your weekly tarot scope following on from the eclipse. There's huge shifts going on for you in terms of your career, in terms of your social standing, your prospects. Things are aligning quite interestingly for you. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Oh, Eight of Wands popped out. You could be getting very interesting messages. It feels like the lines of communication are now very open. Things are shifted. Venus is no longer retrograde in Gemini. It's easier to speak, it's easier to communicate, it's easier to say what you need to say, what you want to say. And that is very important. Knight of Swords, Two of Wands, Four of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Knight of Cups. Ooh, clarified by the Lovers. Interesting. Very nice. Okay. So Aries. Things are shifting. The Knight of Swords, communication is getting a lot more clear. It's a lot easier to articulate. It's a lot easier to express. And yet, Mars has just entered your sign. And the energy can feel quite powerful, but also quite shaky. It's a big thing for you. The next 6 months are going to be very much focused on this energy. Now, this week, astrologically speaking, you're really coming into an awareness of your own personal wounds, the things that hold you back, the things that make you clam up, the way that you're holding back with certain things, with certain people, the way that you're holding back from putting yourself forward in some way is what I'm seeing as this. Could be romantically, it could also be career, it could be the fear of stepping into a new position, the fear of asking for a raise, the fear of moving into a new area of work, the fear of leading even is possible here. But I think for a lot of you there is almost a fear of a fear of putting yourself forward in some way, shape or form, which is interesting, Aries, because your outcome with the Knight of Cups and the Lovers is so beautiful. It's so emotionally satisfying, it's so romantic, it's so passionate, It's so connected. It's so loving. It seems to me that this is an energy of compatibility, of romantic connection, of someone sharing their feelings, of you sharing their feelings, of somebody coming forward, of you going forward. And it's the kind of warm, fuzzy and exciting energy that makes you feel part of something with someone else. So for a lot of you, this could be a new love interest. For a lot of you, it could be a current love interest. Things might get more serious. Things might get more open. With Venus being in Gemini in direct now, you're finding it easier to have kind of romantic conversations. You are your own challenge, though. Let's see what's underneath. The Fool. Ooh. Perhaps some of you are very scared of looking foolish in whatever it is that you're being called to do. So for a lot of you, it could be the process of beginning a new relationship, falling in love, or beginning a new job, and you're just wary of looking silly, of making a fool of yourself. I think for a lot of you, you're afraid of rushing in and looking foolish. Because the Knight of Swords to begin and the Knight of Cups to end, it is kind of, you begin this week using your head and you end using your heart. And I think for a lot of you, this is a process of rediscovering yourself and getting to some of those Mars in your sign, Chiron in your sign, both connecting, showing you certain wounds you have, certain things that make you feel like you aren't enough. But there certainly seems to be someone or some people who feel that you are more than enough. You know, very much enthralled with you, very much excited about you, very much willing to accept what you're putting forward, which is quite lovely. Now in the middle we have the Two of Wands, so your hopes and fears are quite simply choosing a path. It is the next step. You're excited for the next step, but you're also a bit scared. In psychology, it is thought that fear and excitement, or nervousness and excitement, are the same emotion. We just interpret them differently depending on the situation. For a lot of you, that's first date nerves. For a lot of you, it is really connecting to someone on an emotional level kind of nerves, and being scared of maybe what the future holds, but also being excited at the same time. The Four of Pentacles is in your positive position, so this actually means that money should be starting to look up for you if it's not already. Perhaps you're starting to save more. And perhaps for a lot of you, you are tempering that Aries energy of wanting to dive straight in, but also exercising a healthy degree of caution. Also exercising patience with someone or something. And that could be why this romantic connection, or, you know, if it's business, it's feeling really connected emotionally to what you're doing. But this connection seems to be flourishing, perhaps, Aries, because of your newfound patience. Not rushing in and making all these decisions and then regretting them. It's more tempered than that with the Four of Pentacles. It feels like something is really taking off for you on a heart space level. It's actually really beautiful. The Fool energy underneath says that what is new in your life, what is beginning, is very well aspected. What is under the Fool is the Strength card. So Leo season that's coming up soon could be a big time for you in terms of these energies really taking off, in terms of the love romance taking off, in terms of business taking off. Leo is actually your heart space. It is the 5th house of romance and pleasure and creativity, so that makes a lot of sense, particularly if you are Aries rising. So let's draw a love message for you from this deck and see what we get. Oh, no, it's gone back in. Let's see. Luminosity. Beautiful. Okay. It's about shining your light from within. We see in this card there is a hummingbird, which I think is indicative of pleasurable conversations, hearing words you really want to hear, saying what you want. For a lot of you it's singing, for a lot of you it's being musical, it's connecting through music. And the pink lotus flower symbolizes the opening up of the heart. And luminosity is all about shining your light from within. How a lot of the times the world around us can feel like a reflection of what's going in. You know, when you have a really beautiful morning or something really lovely has happened and you go out into the world and everything seems quite bright and exciting and you just feel at peace, as opposed to when something's not quite working out in your life and everything just feels kind of hollow. This is more to do with everything feeling illuminated. And the butterfly as a symbol in the card as well, if you can see it, is about feeling emotionally free. Feeling free to express yourself, feeling free to be who you are and feeling accepted. I get the impression, Aries, that where there's a possibility that you don't accept something about yourself over here, as the Emperor is your challenge, I think for a lot of you, you fear taking the lead, particularly if it's work. And it's not that you don't want to do it, it's just that you have a bit of hesitancy around it because Aries are natural leaders. I sort of think that there's a need to feel free to express yourself and making sure that you're okay and comfortable with that. I sort of noticed that the little heart around her neck is blue, which is all about the throat chakra energy and being able to express your heart, being able to express your feelings, being able to express who you are. So it's really beautiful. I mean, the Knight of Cups and the Lovers is such a blessed energy for love and romance, and it looks like something's really, really serendipitous. Really beautiful energy for you this week, Aries. I hope you have a wonderful week. Don't get in your own way. Don't overthink your own abilities and your own personal characteristics, because they are oftentimes how you find what is right for you. You know, if you go into this life and you go into your week being completely yourself, you can only attract things to you that match who you are, because you're not giving a false sense of self. And if you're being yourself and someone offers you love, or somebody offers you a job, or somebody offers you a position, it is quite simply because it is meant for you. So do not get in your own way. This next chapter you're going into is very exciting. It's very nerve-wracking at the same time, I'm getting as a vibe here, but don't worry. Be your own true Aryan self and you can only win. See you guys next time. Bye.